Welcome back everyone to another episode of ShadeTV. My name is Marissa Hill and today we'll be talking about a collaboration done with Aime Leon Dore and New Balance on the 550 lows. And this is in the olive colorway. Let's take a quick sneak peek. Welcome back everyone to another unboxing and review. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Today we'll be talking about a collaboration with Aime Leon Dore and New Balance on the 550 lows. This is in the olive tone, so I've actually gotten 3 different colorways. These definitely took a very long time for me to receive, almost about 8 months. So I'm very excited to have this green color scheme just because I think it may be my favorite out of the 3 that released. So we'll go through the overview of these, jump into size and fit, followed by how I styled this really just cool color scheme. Then we'll conclude with how well these are doing on the resale market. So let's jump right into it. For those of you who have already seen some of my Aime Leon Dore collabs with New Balance on the 550s, I just am obsessed with these because of how vintage and classy these look. Obviously this sneaker comes from the 80s, so one of the cool parts about the look and feel of this is the aged color scheme. So we've got kind of an off-white colorway for the full entirety of the upper on the leather, and then we've got hits of that olive tone which hits the meshing, as well as the New Balance logo and the Aime Leon Dore logo. We also have it on the trimming outlining the tongue. Right now I've got it laced up with these simple off-white laces, but there are some eggshell colored laces that you can swap out, or the olive green tone. Let's take a look at those details and then move along to the side paneling. All right, so starting with the lateral side of the sneaker, of course, we've got that really just cool N, which has almost an aged effect with its kind of sparkly, metallic-y color scheme going on in the olive tone. It's outlined in an eggshell colorway, and then the rest of that side paneling is that off-white tone. The 550 also is hit in that olive tone, whereas the stitching on the inside here also has some olive hues on it. As we work our way to the back of the heel, New Balance is in olive, as well as the top portion of that midsole, and then the interior is also in an olive tone with white. As we work our way to the bottom of the sneaker, it's completed with this eggshell tone for the midsole, as well as the olive tone for the outsole, and we do have hits of that eggshell tone in between. Let's take a look at those details and talk a little bit about the box. All right, so as far as the box goes, typically what I love about Aime Leon Dore is they match the box with the sneaker colorway. For this drop, for some reason, they decided to just go with, I guess, the classic blue and red color scheme on this one. It doesn't quite exactly match the theme of the sneaker itself, but again, we're just getting that old school feel of a box, which was released as kind of the original packaging for the 550 silhouette. All right, so now let's talk about sizing on this one. So as far as sizing goes, I always size down when it comes into men's sizing in the 550. So for these, they typically run a little bit on the larger size. When I'm going with women's, I typically stick true size. So if you do have higher narrow feet like myself, definitely size down half a size. If you have flatter, wider feet, that could differentiate something completely opposite from my own. All right, so now let's take a look at how I styled one of my favorite colors, olive. For the first look, I decided to go with my paisley patterned pants with a paisley patterned button down top. I feel like this olive tone just matches the olive hues in this so perfectly. And again, I feel like it definitely has that nice cream tone that also mimics the cream tone in the sneaker. For this look, I decided to switch it up with the green hue. I decided to go with this nice pop of lime for this maxi skirt. This definitely, I feel like, is a great twist on using greens to really just reinterpret the green hues in this perfectly. And then I decided to go with this bomber jacket in a cream tone. So don't feel afraid to throw different shades of green in with this. It doesn't have to necessarily be an olive colorway. For this look, I decided to go with more of a pastel green tone on this striped cream and green shirt. That's a button-down collared shirt. And I wore some just basic, simple cream pants for a nice casual look. So these retailed at $130 and are currently doing a little bit better than the purple colorway. These are going a little over $140 to $180 depending on what size range you are. All right, everybody, that is it for this unboxing and review. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Marissa Hill. This is ShadeTV. We'll catch you on the next episode.